Welcome back to another episode of Tractor Roy. As always, my name is Trent. We're continuing to work here on the Farmall 300. We're going to be installing our distributor. We're going to make sure the engine's set to top dead center, get that thing lined up in time just like it needs to, and show the install process on how to do that. The same process, the same basic process. We'll cover all the letter series of Farmalls, all the 150 series Farmalls like this, all the 4-cylinder stuff basically. So I'll bring you in closer, we'll take a look. So the first thing we want to do is make sure that we're at top dead center. You see those two notches? Our pointer is pointing towards the bottom notch, or the first notch. And that means we're at top dead center. But in a 4-stroke engine, there's two top dead centers. There's the one where your exhausting gas is, and then the other valve opens so that way it draws in fresh air. And that's not where we want to be. We want to be on the compression stroke where both valves are closed. There's a couple of ways that we can check to see if we are at top dead center. One is you can have somebody turn the engine. You can like stick your finger on here. When you feel a big puff of air coming out, that means you're on the compression stroke. If you have your valve cover off, which is a good idea to reset valves while you're in there, while you're doing this. If both of them are loose, so this engine is a 1-3-4-2. So 1 and 4 are in the same orientation. So as 1 is at top dead center, 4 is also at top dead center. So you can look, and if both of the rocker arms are loose on 1 and one of them is compressed on 4, that means you're on the compression stroke. If it's the other way around, that means you're on the intake and exhaust stroke. Another way you can do it is just look in here to see where your valves are at. And you can see right there, that valve on the left is open. So that means we are on the intake and exhaust stroke and not the compression stroke. So we need to turn this engine 180 degrees and come back to that same pointer, and we'll be at top dead center compression. And now we're back. And there's our valves, both of them closed. So that means we're at the top dead center of the compression stroke, right where we want to be. So now we've got our distributor here. We have to make sure that our drive tang here is engaging into the socket on the hydraulic pump. But first we want to double check that we're going to be at the proper orientation. So we want number 1 to be this plug here. So I am just going to hold it up here, line it up, turn this thing. That is pretty close to where I want it. Now, our drive tank is going this direction, or our drive slot is this direction, where our distributor side is like this. So all we have to do, pull this back out a little ways, and then reinstall it in a little bit better orientation, because there's a bunch of little teeth in here. You can fine tune it fairly nicely. Now we'll do the final tuning by rotating the distributor if we need to, but you can get the bulk of it out right there. So now, sometimes this is fun. There we go. Now before I get too carried away, I gotta stick our spacer and nut on. Okay, now there's no play in this, the drive housing here. It's like it is what it is. You can't adjust it from here, you have to adjust it from here. You can't adjust it from here like on a magneto, you have to adjust it from here. And I'll show you a magneto in just a second to see what I'm talking about. So on this, we'll get this tightened down, because we're done on this side. We're just slowly working our way back. So you can see we're right there. Get this thing lined up. Let's see. So we're pointing right there right now. And we're pretty dang good. I'm gonna call that ready to run. So now we'll just add on our ignition cable here. And now I need to add spark plugs and cables. I'm just going to reuse the old cables for now, just so I can get this running for this video. Okay, let's see how bad we did here. Oops. Oh, that choke. Part throttle. Let's try it. This is still 6 volt. Less choke. Oh boy, I forgot the muffler sitting right there. That was unexpected. So it's running, it's back running again. We still have some issues in the valve train here. We got to adjust some valves because we're missing. I think one of those might be stuck or it's just super loose. So yeah. And that is how you set the timing on a Farmall 300 or pretty much any of these Farmalls. What we can do now, once I get that valve train adjusted right, and get this thing running and warmed up, then you can adjust that by hand, bring it down to an idle, loosen up that set bolt right here on the distributor, and you can slowly rotate that. And you'll hear it, like you can turn it one way and it'll start just running terrible, and you can go back the other way until it runs terrible the other way, and you split the difference. And that's a pretty good way to do it by ear. But as you can see right now, it runs. I don't want to mess with the timing anymore right now until I get that valve train figured out, squared away. And that carburetor, we're going to go through that thing too. Just to make sure that everything is set right before we start messing around chasing our tail. We got more coming out on this thing. We're going to have a whole playlist with everything we're doing on there. Like I said, we got to go adjust the valve train, carburetor, radiator hoses need replaced. We got some hydraulic leaks in the rear end. So yeah, anyways, check out that playlist. There's always going to be more getting added to that thing. Like I said, subscribe if you're not. And thanks for watching Tractor Roy. I hope I'll catch you on the next one.